Hey
What's
guys.
up, guys?
Welcome back.
How was your day, sis?
It was good. Today was a chill day.
Yeah, you did have a chill day.
Yeah. No, I actually worked a lot, but I had like this really bad headache, so I was trying to like take it easy.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yasmin was like, I just need my Coke Zero. And now she's feeling better. Literally.
A little bit better.
I finally got my nails done today.
They look so good.
Thank you. They were so
They actually
bad.
look really good.
You know, I go to that Russian manicure place. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Russians, the Armenians, they got that beauty stuff on lock.
I know.
Like my cuticle is so clean, it looks like a Barbie hand.
Is it the gel builder or
Builder gel? Yeah,
I love that.
You can see. But yeah, I always do French. They even told me like French again. Like
I know. I get the same. I shift between white and nude. I keep going back and forth.
Like bubble bath.
Yeah, that's what I have on my nails right now.
I like bubble bath. Have you tried the Funny Bunny bubble bath combo?
I think I have, but it's funny. I had this conversation with someone yesterday. I was like, Funny Bunny is not a color that can stand alone. Yeah. Like it needs to be added to something, you know? It's too light.
Well, yeah, that's why with the combination, you put Funny Bunny first. Yeah. And then you put bubble bath.
I thought Funny Bunny was just white before.
No, it's like off-white.
Yeah, and then I tried 2 coats of it, and it looked like faded white. Like it looked like not clean white.
No, I feel that. Yeah, that's why I like it together. And even today, like today was just a good day for me.
That's good.
It was a good day. You know what? Mel even let me sleep in. I slept until like 9:30.
That's nice.
But it's so crazy because I'm like, oh, I like finally got more sleep, but like somehow I was more tired today. Like I swear my under eyes were so red. Like it's so weird, but I got like 9 hours of sleep.
I noticed that it doesn't matter how many hours you sleep, it's when you sleep. Do you notice
I
that?
slept right after you left last night.
Really?
At 12.
Is that when you usually sleep?
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm a mess. I don't know. I'm trying.
For me, I can definitely tell a difference in my energy levels depending on when I sleep. It doesn't matter how many hours. I could sleep if I sleep earlier in the night and sleep less hours, I will have more energy than sleeping more hours like if I slept at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah. The circadian rhythm thing, which I had no idea about. I know we talked about it in another episode. I'm going to the Nicki Minaj concert. Oh? Yeah, I'm going with...
That's so exciting.
With EXO Cosmetics. You guys, shout out to Yvette. But yeah, I'm going with EXO Cosmetics. It's going to be so fun.
Exciting.
Her like Pink Friday tour.
Oh my gosh.
You guys know I love Nicki Minaj so much. That's my fellow Sag sisters. Our birthdays are a day apart.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Even like, what's that one quote she says in her song? He asked my sign, I said a Sag.
You know, I actually saw it on SeatGeek the other day.
Yeah, there's so many like good shows coming up.
I know.
I think Billie Eilish, right? And then
Sabrina Carpenter. I saw.
And if you guys don't know about SeatGeek, you must be living under a rock because they are the best place to get tickets to any sports games, shows, concerts, literally like comedy shows. Everything is on SeatGeek.
And I love that with SeatGeek, you know exactly the type of ticket that you're getting. They're all rated from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. The green dot are the best tickets and the red are the worst.
And with SeatGeek, of course, we had to hook you up with a code.
Yes, what my sis said 10 gets you 10% off.
And you guys can use that code literally whenever. So even if you guys have used this code before, literally, if you use this code before, you can still use it again. So make sure you guys go to the description box, download SeatGeek right now and add that code, what my sis said 10.
Yes.
And again, you can just keep it on there and use it whenever you need. So add it right now so you don't forget about it. So let's say you add it today and then you go to a concert in December, you can literally use that code then. So don't waste any time. Go download it right now. Let them know the code again, sis.
It's what my sis said 10. Make sure you download it right now because it's only available for a limited amount of time and you guys can use it whenever.
So with that being said, huge shout out to SeatGeek for partnering with us for today's podcast.
It's our first like repeat.
Our first like partner, guys. So yeah, it's a huge help to us when you guys click the link, download as well, and show the support for the channel. So thank you so much, and let's get into today's episode.
Okay, let's talk about dating. Because every time I open like any social media app, Instagram, TikTok, it's like all about dating, all these rules. Like I saw one a couple days ago. It's like the 3 month. It was like a 3-day rule. 3-month rule, like all these rules. I know you're married, but what do you think about that?
I don't like them.
I think
hate
rules are stupid.
I know. Well, I just hate rules in general. I'm a Sag, y'all, as we said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I hate things being put in a box. I hate things being done only one way.
And they don't make sense. No, they really don't.
Which one? Is
Like,
anyone
okay,
specific?
I think, okay, if people just approach dating with the mentality of I respect myself in dating, like, you wouldn't need rules.
Yeah, I do feel like it's really stressful nowadays. Like, think
Yeah.
about the older generation. Like, there wasn't all these rules. Like,
And they did way better,
do
honestly.
you think so? I don't know. You know, what makes me say that is that there's a trend going around on TikTok right now where you just like kind of film like an older woman, like an old lady. And they're like, I know, like the fact that she's never had to go through her husband's like Instagram following. She's never had
She
to go
had to
through
do
her husband-
other things.
She had to do way worse. She had to go through his pockets, his credit card statements, the phone bill.
Yeah.
She had to do it other ways, you
Yeah.
know? Like, I don't think our grandmas weren't getting cheated on, unfortunately.
I do think there was more of a sense of pureness back in the day.
You think so? I don't think so. I don't know. Some of like the older men I know, like in the family.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
know.
with social media, I think it just made the world smaller.
Yeah.
Now people have
Easier to
access
catch.
to more people. Before it would just be like the chick in your neighborhood, the guy at your job, you know? But like now it's like there's the world because of social media. Like it just made everything so much smaller.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks they have so many options, but are they really options though?
I mean, a lot of these grandpas had like 3 families. Like they'd have like another family in like the Dominican Republic. They have like
Okay, not all grandpas.
4 baby mamas.
Not all.
You know, Mel makes a good point about it too. It's like boys when they were growing up.
Yeah.
Mel was like the most attractive woman to me was like the girls in my high school. Like before social media, you didn't see like the IG baddie.
Oh.
Really. And like celebrities were too unattainable to boys. Like, you know, like small town boys. They don't think like, oh, I'm going to get with,
Yeah.
I don't know, Lotto. We all know the love of Mel's life. But, you know, to him, he's like the baddest bitch was
Yeah.
like the girl at your school.
I feel like social media just made everything bigger. Like
Yeah.
now there's so many people from everywhere. You're not just confined to where you live or where you work and things like that.
And not only that, but it's like because of social media, we see so many different dynamics and so many different relationships.
Yeah.
We weren't exposed to how other people, you didn't really know what was going on inside of someone's relationship or someone's home
Yeah.
until now,
Yeah.
which kind of makes it a lot harder in a way. But at the same time, again, it's like a double-edged sword because it kind of makes it harder for relationships because you constantly compare to other ones. But at the same time, it'll kind of like open your eyes if you're being mistreated in a relationship. You're like, wait, this isn't normal.
Yeah. I feel like back in the days, it was more like a lot of relationships were mostly the same. And I feel like now, especially with new careers coming up, people have different lifestyles and, you know, making things work in that way. Yeah. But the TikTok that I watched was about like the 3-day rule. So if a guy is like not talking to you, give him 3 days. And if he does, like something like that, if he does, then move on. Or there was another one, like the 3-month rule, like don't do anything with the other person for 3 months, like hold out for 3 months. What do you think about that?
I don't know, man. 3 months is kind of a long time. I mean, again, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Some people are like abstinent, celibate, whatever.
The thing that I want people to know is that usually with men, like they know. So like they know what they want out of a woman that they meet. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter how long. You could wait 3 years. If a man just wants to hit it and quit it, that's exactly what he would do. You know what I'm saying? It's really
agree.
not about, oh, he's gonna see me in a different light if I just wait. Like, that's the thing with men. Their minds are very analytical.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, within 5 minutes, a man places you in a category. He knows exactly what he wants from you.
I actually heard that the 3-month rule is like how long you should go just like talking to a man before he like commits to you.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
No, I think earlier than that. Like there's no time to
know.
waste.
3 months to me is like if you're in high school.
Okay, let me tell
Like,
you
as grown
something
people-
about guys. Okay, this is the misconception that women get, and this is why we get ourselves in trouble. A man's brain is not like a woman's brain.
Yeah.
A woman's brain, like how many times does a girl meet a man and she's not really into him in the beginning and he's friend zoned and then he grows on her and then eventually they start dating, and that doesn't happen with men. Men know right off the bat, like men know what they want.
I agree.
And I see so many times like situationships. That situationship is never gonna end, babe. Okay, like that's the thing. Like a guy will drag you along just to have you there and not commit.
Yeah.
So with men, don't get me wrong, if it's too soon, that's weird. Like if it's right off the bat, like love bombing, like I want you to be my wife within 2 days. Come on, like that's a red flag. But like if this man is dragging you along 6 months, 8 months and still doesn't know and still figuring it out, babe, he's wasting your time.
But I think it's important for women to know what they want as well. Because I think, again, life isn't so black and white. We can look at a woman and we're like, she's been dating him for 10 years and he still hasn't put a ring on it. But like, if she doesn't want marriage, maybe she doesn't, like Courtney and Scott, remember?
Yeah.
She didn't want to get married.
But she didn't want Scott. So technically she wasted Scott's time. If you think
It's
about
true.
it, she didn't want him.
I think just as women, like we should be mindful too of like what we want.
Yeah, I think everyone, like, don't get me wrong, like, man or woman, you should know what you want out of a partner.
Yeah, like
you
if
know?
you just want to have fun,
But a lot of times women find themselves in situationships thinking that eventually this man is going to commit. Like
I
somehow
know.
magically he's going to wake up. Like that rarely ever happens. And if it does, it's because he didn't like meet who he was wanting, like who he envisioned in his head. So he's like, I'm sorry if I'm being a little too, but you guys want like raw and real, and I'm giving raw and real. I'm not going to sugarcoat, because it's like this is the reality of it. And I would rather people, you know, like rip off the Band-Aid now, like it will hurt in the beginning, instead of wasting your precious and beautiful time, ladies.
Yeah, I don't know, like as grown people, that's kind of weird. 3 months is a long time.
Yeah.
Like that's a very long time. I don't know.
And if he's still saying like, I don't know, I still want to talk after 3 months, like we've talked enough after
If
3
you're at a
months.
certain age,
Yeah.
you know, speaking of age, do you ever look at a man who, I don't know, maybe I'm being biased because I have kids and all that stuff, but if a man is like 40 years old and hasn't had at least one marriage under his belt, or kids, not kids, a marriage under his belt, don't you think that's a red flag? You're 40.
And you're still not married?
He's never even been married before.
I would have to see why.
Very
know.
interesting. Like 40 is like crazy.
Yeah, that is a little bit crazy. I don't know.
If I was dating
I'm still
him-
unsure about that one.
Like
I don't
it's
know.
like if I was dating him to like be my potential husband, if that makes sense.
And he's never been
Hypothetically.
married and
he's
never had kids. Maybe, no, a lot of guys that are heavy goal oriented and career focused, they don't even care about like marriage and kids until they're fully established. And sometimes it takes them until they're 40.
Aren't men so lucky they have that option?
Yeah.
That's so
I mean,
unfair.
Yeah, if a man was trying to like establish himself or whatever, and he's like, you know what, I don't want, because a wife and kids does take, you know, it takes your energy, it takes your time, and a lot
Yeah.
of guys are, you know, very, very like career focused. But you usually see it more in entrepreneurs, not guys.
Yeah, don't compare it to, to the other dude you talking to that like has nothing going for him.
Yeah,
you
not
know?
the guy that has nothing going for him and he's just like, but
That's
no.
just a red flag.
Yeah. Have you noticed that a lot of guys in medicine, like the doctors, the dentists, they get married really early, and it's usually somebody in their like school or class? Have you noticed that?
You know, Isha even told me, she's like, I want to get pregnant during residency.
That's what they all
Yeah,
want.
like I think that's what they do. Like they have
Yeah.
their kids during residency.
Yeah.
Like they have a plan.
I think it's because like their life is so routine and so structured that they can have a relationship. But when it's like an entrepreneur trying to grind, like you don't know, you know, their life is just so up and down,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yasmin and I always talk about how like a man on his second marriage might be like the best
yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if Mel and I hypothetically, God forbid, we were to divorce, his next wife would get like a whole different version of him. Because I
Yeah.
started dating Mel when he was, I was 18, he was 21.
Yeah.
Mel at 21 versus 28 is like two different men. Like I had to go through some things, you know, and watch him like grow into a man.
Yeah.
But like the second wife would get like the man version of him that had to go through the learning process.
Yeah.
You know?
Basically
I'm on team. I tell my friends, I'm like, get with a man who's on his second wife.
Yeah.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah. Because the other woman like groomed him.
I groomed Mel.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that men, you have to subtract like 7 years from their age, and that's how they are in the head.
Yeah.
Like if he's 40, he's really like 33.
Yeah.
If he's 33, he's really 26.
No, I will say that I've met guys that are like younger that are more mature than some older guys. It just depends on the guy.
It really does.
It does.
You know, I always had in my head, I'm like, just hearing stories from my friends, like I had a really low expectation from men, but there are really good ones out there.
For the most part, I've had good experience. I think guys are great. It just depends on, I don't know. I feel like at this point, I'm a good judge of character at this point, you know? Like I've seen a lot, not just from my own experiences, from like friends or from other situations. So it's like I'm a good judge of character now. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just know, like I just know what the guy is about now.
It makes me laugh at those TikToks where girls are like, if he's wearing a Van Cleef bracelet,
oh God,
he is in his princess era. So don't expect him to spoil you, girl. Like,
oh my God, right?
I'm like, oh my God, that's so true.
Oh, you know, oh my God, sis. You know what kills me?
What?
You know what kills me?
What?
Goodness gracious. I'm not understanding the purses, the man purses.
I know, the satchel.
Y'all, no, please, somebody explain to me, okay? Because you see, our fathers, our grandfathers, they had keys, a wallet, and a phone. I'm having trouble understanding why these men need purses nowadays. Like, what are you carrying in it, baby? Tampons or your lip gloss? Which one? No, I'm not joking, sis. When a man approaches me with a little purse,
no, I agree.
I smile and I walk away. Like I'm just like, you can't, like, I don't even say anything. I'm just like, and I walk away.
I think I have a theory.
Huh?
Because our dads did carry all those little things, but where would they put it?
Their pockets, sister.
No, okay, their pockets, but also the guy's jeans got tighter.
Oh God.
That's a whole nother story.
Now they're wearing leggings.
Now
That's why.
Now they're wearing jeggings. They don't have space.
Oh Lord,
they're wearing yoga pants. No, but
with their Chelsea boots and Van Cleefs.
But no, the thing is, like, they would put it in like our mom's, their wife's purse. But now we carry around our tiny little,
I know,
bags.
Everything is just shrinking over time.
Everything is shrinking. So I get it. Like even Mel, he does carry around a bag, but to be fair, he has his camera equipment in there. Like he has his camera, all that.
These men don't have camera equipment with them.
Camera. But it is nice for him to have his bag because there's no more him putting stuff in my bag. So,
sis, what does he have? Wallet, keys, and phone. What else does a man? Oh my God. A man brushes his teeth in the morning and does mouthwash. Like, I don't know. I just don't get. I don't like.
I know, like a Louis Vuitton like bag with like the strap and it's just like Louis Vuitton.
Oh Lord, baby Jesus. No.
I know.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get why men have changed so much. Like, why is our father's generation, our grandfather's generation so different than the little boys today? Can somebody explain?
Because they're in their princess era.
They're princesses.
They're princesses.
But to be fair, women are in their masculine era. It is what it is.
It's just, I think it's because it's kind of like a cycle. So our grandmas, you know, let's say the 1950s, 1960s, like things were different then. Also, like the cost of living, I think the cost of living has to do with it too.
Well, they're using that cost of living to buy purses. Like if the cost of living was so high, babe, they wouldn't buy purses to put stuff in it.
No, trust me, I agree with you. Don't think I'm defending them. But I just think now we're seeing more of like the 50-50 because honestly, it's kind of like a necessity for survival. Think about it. Back in the day, like people lived very comfortably on like one teacher salary. You can't do that in 2024.
But sis, the amount of jobs that are now available to people, especially men, like men,
you can go work 4 jobs. Like,
not just that, you can make money so much easier now than you've ever have. Like, I remember like back in the day, like you had to go to a school, you had to get certified, you had to graduate, get diploma, like things like that to be able to get certain jobs to make money. But now there's so many different things available, you know? Like the cost of living, I believe the cost of living is higher now. It is. It's growing like crazy because money has become more accessible than it's ever been before.
True. Yeah.
You know? That's what I think. So I don't know, man. The whole
Again, it's like a man, you see it in his personality. Does he have that drive? Does he have that want? Because I see men like, I do think it's also hard for girls growing up now because of social media. Like girls as young as like 18 years old are like, I need a man to pay my bills and buy me a Birkin. Like no 18-year-old boy is going to be able to do that for you unless he's a drug dealer, scammer, or you go with like a rapper athlete who hopefully doesn't treat you like trash. Like, you know?
No, I agree.
It's like you have to be like realistic.
I agree. You do have to be realistic and you do have to see where the man is in life. But like, remember our one friend, her boyfriend was working a regular job, but he did his best.
Save up. Yeah.
He saved up. Like, not saying that he would buy her an Hermes Birkin and a private plane, but he would do his best to give the woman that he loves, you know, to spoil her as best as he can. Yeah. And I think that's what's important. A generous man is completely different than it doesn't matter the income of the man. It depends how generous he is. Exactly. You know?
Yeah.
Because I know there are situations that I've seen that are pretty sad. There are men out there that make like millions that wouldn't even like take a girl out to dinner. And then there's men that maybe don't make as much money, but save up and like do the best to spoil the woman that they love.
Yeah, I think that's important for women to know that you can't equate just because a man has money. Doesn't mean he's generous.
Oh, no.
Doesn't mean he's going to give it to you.
Yeah, no.
You know?
And that's the thing that kills me is that when women go for men that like, they're like, oh, he has this, he has that. Listen, babe, he has all of these things. How is that affecting your life?
Yeah, like, do you see it?
Let's say that he has a mansion and a Bugatti, okay? Oh my God, I'm going to get with him because he has those things. Okay, wonderful. Then you go back to your home and you have none of those things. Like what is that doing for you? What does what the man has do for you?
Yeah.
If he's not like marrying you or doing anything for you, like what is that doing for you at the end of the day? Nothing.
On this topic, this is something I wanted to like, I didn't know how to confront it. I was like, should I make a TikTok? Like what? But we need to talk about, because I was scrolling on TikTok and it came up on my For You page. Like a video came up saying, like it took a clip of me from La Platica saying that I don't agree with Sprinkle Sprinkle.
Oh,
I remember I sent it to you and I was like, the girlies think I'm not with Shara 7. Like they took such a small clip and made it look like I was like against Shara 7.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I am Shara 7's #1 fan.
She is so funny.
She is literally hilarious. And I think because of like the dynamic in my marriage and my relationship, people just kind of assume that like I don't agree with what she has to say.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that is not the case at all. What I was saying in that clip is that I think that we should take what Shara 7, for example, or any of these relationship people on TikTok or on social media, we should take it with a grain of salt. Maybe not take every single thing they say so literal. Like at the end of the day, it's for entertainment.
It's satire.
It's satire. Like,
yes.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, we shouldn't take every piece of advice that anybody gives online and like run with it. And again, young girls, they just see what they see on social media and think that's normal. You know, it's like, again, like I feel like girls as young as 17, 18 are, I need a man who's 8 figures. Like, come on, girl. Like, that's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like broke my heart that people thought,
no,
the comments were like going in on me like, duh, Naz would do this. I just want to acknowledge this because this is another thing. As a high income woman myself, so I always feel weird talking about money. But again, guys, I've been working since I was 12 years old. I built a really beautiful life for myself, whatever. I hate that successful women nowadays almost feel like they're gaslit. Let me know if you guys feel the same way in the comments, if you're someone who's established in your career or whatever. But I almost feel like social media like gaslights us successful women to feel bad
About
that
what?
we make money and that we're hardworking, and that I feel like because we are in that position in life, like we're automatically painted as masculine. And it's like almost like, so what now, because women are successful, we're automatically labeled as masculine? Because we're hardworking, because we like to make money, we're masculine?
Okay, so the thing is that like masculine and feminine energy is very misconstrued because of the word masculine and feminine, and people relate it to gender. They're energies.
Yeah.
So masculine energy is doing energy. It's to do. If you think about our energies, it's very poetic to our bodies. So feminine energy is receiving energy. We receive, and masculine energy is doing energy. Like giving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why when a woman is a go-getter, she's a fighter, she has her own, that's more masculine energy. That's more masculine traits because it's doing energy. And if we take a bunch of couples and we look at their relationship dynamic, the way that it works, it's like opposites attract, right? So if a woman is very in her doing mode, going mode, masculine, she will probably attract a more feminine man. And that's usually the relationship dynamic. I want you guys to think of like 10 couples in your head, random couples, right? And think about their energies and their relationship dynamic. You will see one that's more masculine, more doing, and one that's more receiving and more feminine. And that has nothing to do with gender. So I think it's that's where it gets misconstrued.
I agree, but I think when kids kind of get involved, I don't think it's so like masculine, feminine, doing, receiving. Like, I just think it's teamwork.
Yeah.
I think in a true marriage, it's teamwork. It's no more like, well, you're the man, you do this. You're the woman, you do this. I think it's like what makes the most sense, what flows the best.
Yeah.
But
I also think that like women by nature, we are better at doing certain tasks.
Oh, I agree.
Like for example, like laundry and cleaning and stuff. Yes, there are some men that are great at it, but it's not like if a woman is in her doing working mode and let's say there is a stay-at-home man, he could clean and stuff, yes, but would it be the same as the woman doing it?
I just struggle with it because now that it's trending on social media to be like soft girl era, demure, just sit back and receive. I don't want it to discourage girls from chasing their dreams.
No, I agree.
Because they're like, I won't attract a rich man to take care of me because let's say a girl watching this right now is like in law school.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to be like, I'm doing too much. I just need to sit back and let the universe bring a billionaire to my door.
Oh, no, listen. I'm all for a man, providing for you and all of that. But I believe a woman should have her own.
Yeah.
Like a woman should never go without her own, ever, under any circumstance. Like, I don't care who is providing for you. Like, it doesn't matter. A woman should always have her own. Always.
Yeah.
And I don't think that like working and going for your dreams is masculine, but I noticed it in myself. I feel like the more independent and the more I do for myself, the more feminine men I attract.
Yeah.
And I'm not for that. And I find that a lot of masculine men, that's one of the things that I run into is because I am so independent and I do for myself, I either attract feminine men or the masculine men are almost intimidated by me.
But see, are they truly masculine if they're intimidated?
No,
by
I
you?
have to go then super high.
But
like
see, that's to me, I'm just like, if you're that intimidated, are you even masculine in the first place?
No, not intimidated, just kind of like taken aback, like literally being like, if she does all of that for herself, like what can I do for her? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like I have to go like over for the man to feel in his masculinity, because sometimes even if he's at the same level as me, it's almost going to be like we're competing against each other. And I don't like that. Like I've heard
that a lot.
Yeah. Like I don't want to feel like I'm
competition,
competing with my man. Like my man is my man. Like
Yeah.
he's my protector. He's my provider. He's there for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm there for him in other ways, in spiritual ways. But it's like, even if I'm with a man that's like the same as me, I feel like there's like a weird unspoken competition that I don't like, because I would never want to compete with a man.
Yeah.
Like I don't even like competition in general. And then competing with that just turns me off. It makes me not look at him as my man anymore.
Yeah.
Like it just makes me look like I don't know, it just turns me off very badly.
I saw another trend that made me laugh, and it was like things that the girls are allowed to do that's not annoying, but when men do it, it's like, ew. So one of the examples, this one was a funny one for me because I feel the same way. It was like when a girl says like she's a picky eater, it's like, oh, whatever. But when a man says he's a picky eater, it's like, shut up. Like, ew.
I don't like picky eaters in men. I will say,
know, like you're a man. Like shut up and eat. Like go hunt and eat it. Go eat a freaking fish that you just took out of the ocean. Like what?
Right. Oh my God, it's the worst. It's the worst when the man is a picky eater and he's like, when a man orders his steak well done.
At least the man eats steak. Mel doesn't even eat red meat.
No,
listen, when I started dating Mel, he was very picky. Like we couldn't even go to some restaurants because he couldn't find something on the menu that he liked. I fixed that real quick. Again, I groomed.
Yeah, you groomed.
But I was like, I cannot be with a man that picky. So either you get with the program, or like I can't do it. To me, I don't know. It's just like eat. Like
for me, a crazy ick. I just can't with this. Like men taking selfies. It will give me the biggest ick. Like, I'll just say, I'll just say it. When a guy sends me a picture of himself, I literally respond like, I know what you look like. Like, I don't have amnesia. I remember what you look like. It's the biggest, like, I just can't. It gives me the biggest ick.
Oh, this is another one. When men get drunk. I love when the girls get drunk and they're having a good time and giggling and stumbling.
They can't handle themselves.
When men can't handle their liquor, like that's one thing I find so sexy about Mel. Like he can drink so much and he has his composure. You know what he tells me? He's like, if you're with me, I know I need to protect you. So like no matter what, like I'm always on alert.
Yeah.
Like if you're out with a man and your man is like stumbling and like falling, it's like, how is he going to protect you, girl?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like as a man, you shouldn't even want to get that drunk because you're like, I'm with my woman. What if something pops off?
I feel it. Yeah.
And like when men get drunk, like they're not fun. They're just like heavy and sweaty and smelly and like stumbling, like and falling and
yeah. I can see that. I agree.
Like the girls are cute. They have their little heels in their hand.
Oh God. I mean, I know how when I'm really drunk. Oh my God. I just don't drink often. And then when I do, like my body doesn't know how to react.
I told Yasmin, I'm like, you can just have like a cocktail or two.
And last time it was like 2 cocktails, but they were super strong.
Yeah.
No, they were super strong. What happened was that like, when we first came in, like the waiter is like, oh, let's just do shots. You know how in Miami, they just like give you shots in the beginning, just like for funsies. And I really liked the taste of one of them. Like I really liked it.
Oh, it was like a flavored one?
It was like a good, yummy flavor. And then I looked at the cocktail menu. I'm like, I don't really like any of these things. Why don't we make the shot into a drink? And I thought they would lower the intensity level. No, I was drinking large shots apparently.
Oh my God.
And I had like, I'm telling you, after 2, I was like, what planet am I on?
Which restaurant was that? I need to go. I was like, so where is this again?
Where was it? I think it was Casanillos.
They're owned by Mila.
I think so. As Mila? Yeah.
Oh, I need to go there next time we go.
Yeah, no. Because like sometimes you do that, but then the bartender like lowers down the alcohol level. Obviously, it's not a shot anymore. But no, apparently I was taking large drinks.
Oh. What are some of your other eggs? You said the purse one at the beginning. Like when a girl carry a purse, it's okay.
I don't like the guys that are too into social media, like the aesthetic pages, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into that.
Like imagine being out with a man and he's like pondering on what to caption his Instagram picture,
or like take a picture of me and like posing. Like I personally would get turned off. That's just a personal preference. I like guys that have the private Instagram, like 200 following. Like that's just a personal thing.
It's just crazy because Mel and I, as we've gone older, I've realized I don't want a man that's like all up on social media. And Mel even was like, I agree. Like it's corny. Yeah. Like even if you go on his page, he doesn't really post himself anymore. Like getting his tripod out, taking pictures. I was like, I don't like that anymore. He's like, I don't like that either. He was
Some
like,
girls like it.
he outgrew it, and I think it's so sexy. Like I'm like way more attracted to, not saying I wasn't attracted to him, but I feel like we kind of went through like something, and it's like, he's like the grown man version of what he was. And I like it.
Yeah. It's all a personal preference.
Yeah.
There are girls that love that.
Yeah.
But
then don't cry that you're
no, then he's okay. Like if you want a man like that, then he's feminine and he expects you to share the princess role. One day you're princess, next day he's princess. Like it's just y'all are, it's 50.
And that's okay. I think that's so important to know that there's not a one size fits all with relationships.
Yeah, there's not.
Some girls really do like feminine men, and that's okay. Like,
no,
that's
I personally know girls that love the feminine men.
Yeah, like I purposely go after them a little feminine.
Yeah, no, like if we're out, I'm like, that's all you, baby. Like that's your cup of tea, not mine. Like it's all a personal preference, and I think dating, it's very, very important to know your likes and what you want, not what's popping on social media or not what you think you should have. You know what I'm saying? So you can attract the right person for you.
Call me crazy. Maybe I just have like a type, but when a guy has light eyes, I just assume he is like a pretty boy.
I like light eyes.
I know I like them too, but I'm just like, I just assume like they're pretty and they're like, I don't know. Like I consider a male with like dark features more masculine, just like right off of just like
not always, not
really?
Always, not always. No, it's not about.
They love their selfies with their light eyes.
No, I've met some masculine men with light eyes.
Really?
Yeah, and I've met some dark
They
hair
know they're
with
pretty.
their feminine. I don't know, man. I think it's just about like the energy that they carry.
Yeah.
To be honest. It's just, I don't think it has to do with physical. Like I've met guys that are not as pretty, I guess you would say, that are more feminine, making like little lip sync videos and stuff like that.
No, that's an ick.
Oh God, no,
dancing lip sync?
That's 1,000% an ick.
Oh, I'm thinking about the same TikTok I watched, but it was like when men talk too much.
When they talk too much?
Like a yapper.
Oh.
Like men shouldn't yap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Do you have any more icks?
It's not really an ick. Like, I get how okay, like a guy that shaves his body when he doesn't have to. I think body hair is masculine.
Yeah, I don't mind body hair.
Like, don't get me wrong, not a woolly mammoth, not like that level, but sometimes like guys like just shave and it's like, why? Like shaving like their arms or their chest. And I don't like how it's like prickly.
I mean, then that should just be something you do. You wax them.
I have. I've waxed the guy before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, why not?
Have you ever heard of laser hair removal, 7Q Spa?
But see, with guys, like with laser hair removal, you have to be really like disciplined
Men
and
can't
go
do
to
that.
they wouldn't make their appointments.
Men just aren't good at that. Like there's been so many times I try to buy vitamins from Mel.
Yeah.
And he doesn't take them.
That's why you need a woman in your life.
And I tell him, like, did you take your vitamins today? But like us women, that's why women have to be the ones to take birth control pills.
Yeah.
If we had to rely on men to take their birth control,
no.
that's why you could get snip, vasectomy. That's why.
Literally.
You don't have to worry about it. They could not take a pill daily. I'm sure they could invent it, but they just know.
Oh my God. This is my biggest ick ever. Not just for guys, but when a person is like, follow me on Instagram. Why don't you follow me?
Oh yeah. Or post me.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like it's just so crazy.
When they post their partner and then like you see a tag, so you tap on it and it's like 5 tags, like keep scrolling, bitch. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like on their man, it's like keep scrolling.
It ain't none of your business.
It ain't none of your business. I'm like, oh, you really took the time to like tap, 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 tap. I'm like, girl, nobody wanted your man in the first.
Yeah, like nobody's not worried for real. Like
that's why I find it corny. But it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, why not just like not tag them? Just don't tag them.
I remember girls doing that in high school. And for me, like a girl at the high school maturity, okay. But like if you're like 30 plus doing that, like girl, not even 30 plus, 20 plus, like.
No, I know.
I mean, I'm gonna click on their man's page, not because I want your man, because I'm curious. Like,
no, like just don't tag. Like if if you want to keep things private, keep it private. It's nobody's business if you don't want it to be anyone's business, but doing that just
I'm
shows
nosy. I'm gonna find him anyway, girl.
You'll see Nas at like 5 a.m. going through the following list. I'm gonna find it.
I'm gonna find him on LinkedIn. Okay.
Literally.
No, I'm just playing. But
oh my God.
I'm just like, dang, like.
How do you feel about couples not posting each other on social media? Do you think people, like legit couples, not just like talking or anything like that?
Here's how I see it. I don't know. If you're someone who posts everything, it does kind of, I get it if it's in the beginning stages, like why post? I don't know. Like you said, like if it's not your husband, it's just hard for me to know because like I was posting a man who was like my husband, who became my husband. So I don't know if like he's not going to be my husband, why have these photos up of him? Like,
yeah, I agree. I think like it's tough. It just depends on how he is. Like if she or he has posted other relationships before and is not posting you all of a sudden, that's a little red flag. But if they just never have posted their partner, then it's just their preference.
yeah.
But I also think strategically some people don't post because they want to look single. Do you think so?
I think so. Yeah.
It has to be a good medium, don't you think?
I think so. Again, I'm biased because like my career and my life is on social media.
Yeah.
But I'm like, some people just genuinely like it. To them, it's like, this is my virtual diary.
Yeah, but it's like for example,
Showing
in your
off, you mean?
case, no, like in your case, you have a good balance of showing all aspects of your life. You show everything.
Yeah. There should be a happy medium for sure.
Yeah.
But again, you know me, like I just hate like labeling or assuming like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to say their relationship is illegitimate because they post too much, like,
Yeah.
or they're just faking the funk.
I just think it's crazy sometimes where you see a couple and they're posting all the time, like, love of my life. I've never met somebody like this in my life. I love you so much. Like after a week and then 2 weeks later they break up and they delete all the pictures. Like it just seems very.
No, we're a part of that relationship now. Like we need an explanation.
Of what? Oh, that.
You know what I mean? Like we're part of the relationship.
Yeah.
Like what happened?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. The whole posting like a partner thing, like I can only really see myself doing that with like a husband.
Yeah.
Personally. I
Some
don't
girls
know.
post and then like you get that, hey girl message.
Oh, hey girl, coming
Not,
woman
hey,
to
girl.
woman.
Coming to you. I'm coming to you as a woman.
Oh God.
I know.
That is the worst.
The worst.
I don't know. I feel that this is a personal opinion. Now people can do as they wish. I don't judge. Like one thing about me, I don't judge. Like I'm happy for everybody in a relationship. I just feel like personally, for me to do that, like I would have to be absolutely like sure about this relationship. Like it's marriage level, you know?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, why have all these?
Because I don't want to delete like and then have to explain to people like I don't know.
It's even more different for you because you have like a high following. Like you
Yeah.
posting someone is like a really big deal.
Yeah. I will say that I know a lot of people that have posted their relationships before and then they ended up regretting it so bad.
I know.
They just ended up, because a lot of them, like, it's so sad. They're like, I ended up looking like a goofball because that did happen, the coming to you woman
as a woman. Ugh.
But see, like, it's almost good because then you know.
Yeah, you do know. But again, I just think there's so many rules. Like, it's so hard. Don't do this.
I don't believe in rules.
Don't cross your legs like that during a date because it can come off as like, oh my God. Like,
I don't.
I think there's somebody for everybody.
Yes.
And you should just be yourself, and the right partner, you'll attract the right partner.
But I do think that like for certain partners, you know, like attracts like. So you couldn't behave in a certain manner and think you're going to attract this type of a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like not just for guys, like we're not saying like be like this for guys. Even if a guy was trying to get me, he needs to behave a certain way or I wouldn't look at him twice.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just it's a personal preference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times women get misconstrued or men get misconstrued because they're like, I want to behave just like this, but I want to attract that. Like it doesn't like attracts like.
Did you
know?
watch that interview with Nick Cannon?
What did he say?
With she's like a licensed like therapist. I forgot her name. Why am I blanking? But anyways, she like sits him down and kind of confronts him on himself. Cause you know, Nick Cannon has like 9 baby mamas.
Oh yeah.
And she was basically telling him like, you attract low functioning women. And he got like super offended. But she was like explaining to him, she was like, you attract what you are despite who you think you are.
Yeah.
Like just because you think you're a certain way doesn't mean you are a certain way. And that's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are.
Yep.
That's the thing.
And again, like you're not going to be on level 10 all the time.
No.
There's going to be times where you are functioning a little lower, like you're vibrating a little lower,
Yeah.
and you're going through transitional periods of your time, of your life.
Yeah.
And I think the basis of it is like just be self-aware.
Yeah.
Like just be self-aware.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of being like, why do I attract the same type of guy? And it's like, well, like look at yourself.
Look within yourself. Yeah, for sure. That's, I feel like for me, I'm very like honest with myself. A lot of times when things went wrong in relationships, I take a step back and think to myself, like, what about me caused this to happen? How did I behave for this to go wrong? And then like learn from that and hopefully like do better.
But I also don't want you to feel like anything's ever your fault. Like being treated poorly isn't always your fault.
No, it's not. No, things do happen, but it's also like, yeah, I don't think things that happen are your fault. Allowing it to happen is your fault.
Like you open the door.
Meaning that if it's constantly happening and you're staying in it, that's, like you kind of have to take a step back and be like, what about me is allowing this to happen?
For example, I really see this with men. They will do, again, like you said, they're very analytical.
Yeah.
They don't think, like you said, they just think so different.
Yeah.
You can't just assume like they're just going to stop doing something that you don't like.
Yeah.
With men, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like you need to let them know either you stop doing this or I'm out the door.
Yeah. And you have to mean it.
And actually go out the door.
Like a lot of times girls will say, I'm leaving and don't leave.
You know, you got to leave
Like,
just one time. And then they're like, oh, snap. Like,
yeah, but also when a girl has had enough, that's the thing.
Yeah.
When a girl has had enough and leaves, she's left.
I know. Because
So
she
it's
left
like with
mentally a long
guys-
time ago.
Yeah. With guys, they think like, oh, I can F around and she will still stay. Like once that girl has had her limit, like it's gone. It's done. It's done. I've seen it. I've seen it a lot.
Would you say that happened with you or?
It's happened to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of our friends, actually, we know them. He said like, Yasmin, you're very savage, but you're fair. And I'm like, you are so right. Because I am savage. Like I will cut someone off, but I'm fair. I'm not like the first thing that you do, I'm gone, peace. Like I'm very, very understanding.
Yeah.
I try to see it from your viewpoint. I try to work on things. But once I see that it's not a mistake anymore, it's your character and your behavioral pattern, it's gone. It's done. I think one of the things that I needed to realize with myself in dating is that I was attracting a lot of men in their feminine. I was. And don't get me wrong, men in their feminine are great because since they are in their feminine, they're very easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Right? You can talk to them about literally anything. Like they're almost like your friend and your lover at the same time. You get what I'm saying? You can connect in that way. But over time, like it would be great in the beginning. Everything would be smooth. And then when I wanted them to be the masculine and to step up when the relationship was developing, that's when it became rocky. And that's when I understood, like, I want a masculine man. Like, I want a man strictly in his masculine. Because even as time goes on, connecting with a guy is great in that level, in the feminine way. But also as a woman, we have our sister for that. We have our mom for that. We have our best friend for that. We have our friend for that. But my man, I want him to be my man. That give me the masculinity.
You don't think both can be possible at the same time?
Yeah, but then he'll have a level of feminine to him, which means that I need to have a level of masculinity to me. Like life exists in duality. And I think for me, my most comfortable state is being in my feminine energy. Mm-hmm. Like I can do masculine things, don't get me wrong, when I have to. I do. But me at the core, at my nature, like being in my feminine, that's when I flourish. Like being very with the flow. I'm very like spiritual. I like to take things easy. I'm just a go with the flow type of person. But when I need to be direct and get things done, I do. But Is it you see me, I get very stressed out. I get very timid. I don't even have my same personality anymore. I shut down almost. Like I'm very like, I need to get this done. Like,
I know Yasmin's always amazed at me that I can like multitask.
yeah.
That I can do like 5 things at once.
For me, it's like I can get things done, but I won't be this bubbly, smiley Yasmin.
Yeah.
Like my personality would change. I become very like, just like, I need to get things done. Like I have a to-do list and I become very laser focused on that. And I realize that's not my essence. That's not who I am. And a lot of times when that happened to me in relationships where I was, you know, in my masculine, the person is like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? Are you mad? Like, is something happen? And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to get things done.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, I had to realize with myself, like who I am at my core and to go for relationships that complement me, you know? So
And yeah, that's something I learned too as a woman who is very dominant and I like to get things done. I'm very like organized, all of that. That's where I kind of had to step back in my own relationship because I almost had to tell myself like, am I even allowing my man to be masculine? Because I'm taking on all these roles because I'm like, well, I know I'll do a better job. I can do it. But that's why I think like Mel and I, our relationship shifted so beautifully is because I stepped back and I'm like, you know what? No, I need to let a man be a man. I don't need to nag on him like I'm his mother or anything. So it was really hard for me. I had to like step back and be like, just trust that he will do it. Like I told him to do something once and now it's my time to step back and be feminine and just sit there and be like, you're the man, you handle it.
yeah.
You go fix that. You go call this person. You go make that appointment. Like it's my time to sit back, kick my feet up and receive.
Yeah,
you know?
I do feel that women do set the tone.
Exactly.
I've seen this.
And I said it really poorly.
I don't know if I want to share this.
Share it. Do it.
So this guy was from a really long time ago. We were dating when we were in school and he wasn't even like in his career or anything. And this guy, super sweet to me, very, very nice guy, protected, provided. I just thought that was his personality. That's who he was.
Yeah.
Like it was just who he was. I didn't really think anything of it. We ended up like growing apart. We stopped dating years and years down the line, like years. This was a guy I was dating like back, I think before college or something like that. So he got in a serious relationship with somebody else. And you know, like on Venmo, you see people's transactions. Like, you know how it comes up, like this person paid this person this much. He, like the person that was, he was in a serious committed relationship with was Venmo, like was paying him.
Yeah.
Like Venmoing for,
it.
very 50-50. And I was just like so shocked. I was like, you know him. I will tell you like after who he is. He's even paid for like my sister before when we've all went out to eat and stuff like that. And I thought that was just his character. I'm like, that's his culture. That's his personality. That's who he is. But no, like it made me realize it really is the woman's like energy. Yeah. It really is like how the woman sets the tone.
What you allow.
Listen, I don't know their relationship dynamic. Maybe the girl wants to. I'm not judging it whatsoever, like at all. If that's what the girl wants to do, if they're happy in that dynamic, in that relationship, God bless. I'm saying that I thought that how a man is just who he is. Like if he's going to pay for me, he's going to pay for any girl that he's with, in a relationship with. Like that's just how he moves about life. But when I saw that, I was like, it made me think for a second. Like it took me back for a second. I'm like, wait, like that's crazy because I would never take him to do that. Yeah. Because anytime I even offered to pay when we were in a relationship, he wouldn't take it from me. Like he would literally be like, I don't want it. I don't want it. So it was just, I don't know. It was just like crazy for me to see that. So it really did show me that the woman does set the tone for the relationship. Like the woman is really the, what's it called in that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding? She said it the best. The man is the head, the woman is the neck, and she really turns the head however she wants.
Any way she wants.
Any way she wants. So it's really the feminine energy. It's really the woman that is, but I will say, I don't want to blame like it's not just the woman's fault. Like some men are just lazy to the core. Yeah. Some men just are like they're just lazy. They're just not trying to be masculine. They're not trying to take that responsibility at all. But saying like in general, in general, most men do feel their best when they are taking care of stuff.
You know, it's interesting you say that because I saw a whole thing about how the way a woman connects to a man versus how a man connects to a woman, like the hormones and the chemicals released in our body. So a woman, when we are intimate with our men, we're touching them, all that stuff, like we release oxytocin. It's also the same hormone moms release when they're breastfeeding their baby. Like it's that bonding hormone. Men don't have that. They don't
have the bonding hormone.
Have sex with you and then feel like, oh, I feel bonded to this person.
Yeah.
They release something.
Vasopressin.
Yes. Look at you. Pharmacy major. But basically this like man made a video. He's actually like a sex therapist. And he said that it's pretty much equivalent to a man going to like a burger shop. And he's like, I had a really good burger here today. I should come back and get another one. That's kind of like the equivalent of what they feel after they like have sex with you. But that chemical that bonds them, vasopressin, they get when they do something for us, when they conquer a task.
Yeah.
So don't be scared to tell your man, like, I would love if you do this and do this and do this, because they feel like the man when they do it, when they achieve it. Yeah, you can do it yourself, but a man feels more attracted and feels like the man and he's providing for you.
Yeah.
If you let
it makes
him
them
do
feel
it.
good.
It makes them feel good. It really does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking care of her.
Yeah.
So be high maintenance.
Yeah.
Literally.
You know how I always see it? Like if you think about a queen, like think about a queen in your mind, okay? She is sitting on her throne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, she's a queen on her throne. Like and she has her king by her side. I think that's the problem, is that the women nowadays want to be the king.
Yeah.
They want to be the king. So the seat of the king is taken. All your man is going to do is take the queen's seat. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you have to let the man lead.
Yeah, you have
let
to let
him.
the man be a man.
Let him.
And if you can't trust him to do that, then he's not the man for you.
Yeah.
But again, men need to also step back and realize, like, you can't just expect to be treated like a king if you're not treating your woman like a queen.
And if you're not acting like a king. No, you have to act like a king to be a king.
Yeah.
What is it called? Like, oh my God, remember when I saw the whole, like the lion and their pride and how that dynamic works? And I told you all about it.
Yeah.
So apparently in the kingdom, if they see the lion unfit to be the king of the pride, they kill him off. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to
spread a seed. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to, and they kill off the kid, their child.
Oh, that's sad.
No, it's sad. Don't get me wrong. This is sad, but this is how
I don't like that.
I know. No, it's really, really sad. But it just like opened my eyes in a different way. Like, dang, in other species, like the king has to earn their spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah.
I think the sooner men realize that women just recycle back, like you said, women, like we're naturally receivers and we take whatever you give us and like multiply it by 100. So it's like, if you give us that energy, you give us a house, we make it a home.
Yeah.
You give us groceries, we make it a meal. Like that's just how women naturally are.
Yeah.
So you can't just walk into something and think, well, I'm the king. She needs to like take care of me.
Yeah. If
take care of us and we'll take care of you.
Yeah. That is for sure. And if you give a woman a lot of headaches, like a lot of stress, she shuts down. Women shut down. That's the thing. Men could be stressed and still go, you know? Women, we shut down. Like we literally shut down in every single way. So we just work completely different.
Yeah. And I think it's really important to note, like, foreplay technically, like it lasts all day.
Yeah.
Like foreplay should start from the second y'all open your eyes.
Yeah.
It's not just like when it's time to do it. Like that's how women are. Like we need to feel like we've been taken care of. We've been relaxing all day. Like that's what we feel attraction to.
Yeah.
Not just,
and a woman to like, I want to say feminine energy, not, because there's different wants and needs in a person. I would say like feminine energy needs to feel like relaxed and happy and good within themselves. Like they took care of themselves to be able to open up in that way. Yeah. You know? So yeah.
I think our next episode should cover cheating. and unfaithfulness.
Oh my God.
Yasmin got a lot to say about this one.
Oh my God. I have my opinions on it.
Yeah, that should be the next episode.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap up this episode, y'all.
This was fun.
This was fun. Yes. Make sure you guys give us a thumbs up.
And subscribe below. We're back every Tuesday.
And make sure you guys download SeatGeek down below.
Yes.
And like I mentioned the last one, you can leave us a little review on Apple.
Your life will just get so much better.
Yes. We love you guys so much. And we'll see you again for our next episode.
Bye, loves.
Bye.